Hello. My name is... Actually, you know what? Names don't matter. Names don't matter at all right now. What you need to know is that this is the newest show on YouTube. This is called Rant Masters. Every week, we're going to bring you a new video where we talk about different topics that are a problem or just anything in general. One topic a week, and we just talk about it for several minutes. Now, before we begin the first episode, I want to go over a few ground rules with you guys. First rule, if you like something in the video, like and subscribe, and then leave a comment as well. If you have an idea of something you want me to talk about, leave it as a comment. I'll talk about anything political, religious. Religion, try to stay away from, though. If you have an ex-girlfriend that cheated on you, I'll talk about her for 5 minutes if you want me to. I'm called Rant Master, I rant about that stuff. Now, the point of this is to start debates in the comments section, friendly debates, because I feel that we're in trouble. As a family in this whole world, we're in trouble as a human race. Because we can't agree on anything. So, the only way we can start to agree on things is if we start to debate. It seems weird, but if we debate and see other people's points of view, maybe one day we can come and agree on something and we can all just get along. Now, if you're going to be commenting on things, I don't want to see any insults. I don't want to see any derogatory racial comments. If you want to insult each other like with names, go right ahead. We're just here to have some fun. We're here to get some haters and trolls on the internet. It's the internet. Anything can happen. But I don't want to see any racial cyber bullying. Are we clear? Good. Now, I think it's begin time. We start our first episode. This is Rant Masters, Episode 1. Wages in America. Now, I've been following the whole Fight for 15 thing on the internet, and I'm a supporter. I follow them. I support every march they're doing, and let me tell you something, guys. If you come to Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, Richmond, I'll be in the front of the line, screaming the loudest, holding up the biggest sign, demanding you guys and everyone in this country get more money, because it's time to change. There are too many people living in poverty. Where I live, which I am not going to give out, I have to go and see people living on the streets. And then I go over people's houses to say hi, and they have like a bottle of water in their fridge, and that's it. And they work 2 jobs. And you don't think that's fucked up? Are you kidding me? And the only argument you have is that, oh, if we increase minimum wage, all it's going to do is just, increase prices. Do you hear yourself speak right now? Everything has been increasing in price over the last several decades. Everything. Food, water, gas, clothing, homes, everything has increased. But what hasn't increased in the last 8 years is wages. Our country has one of the lowest minimum wages in the world. I'll give you an example. America's minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. England's minimum wage in London is about 6.5 pounds, which is equivalent to around $10.10. Tokyo is $10. Australia is $16, while America sits here at $7.25. If that still doesn't make sense to you, let me give you another example. Let's say you work retail. Like me. I work retail. I'm not going to lie to you. I work retail. I sell electronics for a living. That's how I survive. If you work 1 hour and you make $7.25, that's all you made was $7.25 an hour. Duh, right? But let me put that into context for you. If you go to Walmart and you want to buy a pound of chicken breasts, yeah, I said breasts. What of it? If you go to Walmart and you want to buy a pound of chicken breasts, 1 hour is not going to do it for you. You have to work 2.5 hours on minimum wage just to afford a pound of chicken breast. And a pound of chicken breast isn't a lot. That's only about 4 slices of chicken. That's enough for just you for one night. 2.5 hours in retail is customers yelling at you, managers yelling at you, and then if you're like me, when you get that manager that likes to spit when he talks, you're getting a shower while getting yelled at, straining, bruising, and the occasional time sticking your hand somewhere where you don't know there could be a spider underneath there that could bite you. 2.5 hours of that shit, all for a chicken dinner. And then you realize you can't even get that chicken dinner because you got bills to pay. Really? Oh, and now you're saying, oh, well, like I said, it's still going to raise prices. We shouldn't do it. Okay, here's something for you. You weren't complaining when you had to get a new iPhone, were you? No, you weren't. All you were doing was sitting out in the cold, waiting for the new iPhone to come out, and you went out there and handed the guy $800 for a new fucking iPhone. And you can't spend another dollar for a piece of chicken? You get all crazy when you want to get 50 more cents on the dollar menu? You get all crazy because some designer clothing is going at $50? Here's something you can do. Why not just get regular shit? You don't need Ray-Bans. Get Dollar Tree. You don't need Levi jeans. Just get some Walmart jeans. No one gives a shit. What you're wearing, what you have, nothing matters. We are here on this earth for one reason, and that's to survive. But we cannot survive on what we have now. It's simple as that. It's just depressing. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I make $10 an hour doing what I do. But it took me 7 years to do that. 7 years just to get $1 raise from where I started, because I work for the government. But don't say you want to go out and work for the government, because all they're going to do is just give you more heavier taxes. That's it. You don't make anything. The only money I make is from commission. And trust me, that's a challenge in itself. Because, oh, look, we're back to minimum wage again. Because no one has any fucking money to spend, so I can't make commission. I may make more than minimum wage, but I can't live off that because no one else is making enough money. And the only people here that don't want minimum wage to be raised are the ones that are making hundreds of thousands or millions a year. Because now they're afraid their paychecks are going to get decreased to help us out. Well, you know what? Fuck you too! If you can take a small little cut to help other people out. If not, I will see you in hell. You gotta do all this work and get nothing out of it. People having kids now and can't support them. You can't support anybody on minimum wage. I can't support anyone on $10 an hour. And I don't know what the hell's happening with these people that are making $7.25. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for you guys out there. It's just not fair. All these big corporations, they have no problem doing it. They know they can. They just don't want to. They don't care that you guys are suffering. They could give a shit that you're suffering. As long as you're working for them, the bigwigs are making money, and you're in the slumps, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say, that's the ugly truth. They just don't care about you. We need bigger minimum wages. It's as simple as that. We can help people get out of poverty. We can help this economy get back into shape. And prices will increase again, like I said. But it's up to you to decide how you want to make that increase. And the worst thing about wages now is just the equality of wages. I mean, this will probably be discussed in a future video, but men and women, I'm sorry, there is a gender gap between wages. There is. And I'm a man saying this, okay? And where I live, in a hospital here, a man was hired to become a nurse. And then a few months later, a woman was hired to become a nurse in that same hospital. They were hired within the same quarter of month. The man is making more money than the woman. They both have the same degree, same experience, same everything. But because that man is a man, he's making more money. And that's fucked up. And for all of you out there saying, oh, if you're not making enough money, just get a better job. Go to college, get a better job. Well, I'm going to keep this part short because we'll talk about this part in another video. Going to college isn't going to help you at all. All it's going to do is give you $80,000 in debt. And with nothing to show for it. I have a degree. I have a bachelor's of science in biology. I specialized in ornithology. Which, if you don't know what that is, that's the study of birds. Conservation, study of them, everything. Handling their migration. I did that. And I sell electronics. The camera I'm using to film this series was a gift. And I got good with photography, so now I have a photography business that I also use to help support myself. Actually, that's a lie. I don't support myself. I live with my parents. I'm 23 years old, and I live with my parents. I'm not very ashamed of that, but if I was making $15 an hour, I probably could live on my own. I'd live with my friend if I could. But neither of us make enough money to be able to support an apartment. Even 3 people can't do it. Things need to change. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's time to change. Going to college is not going to give you more money. In fact, you're going to lose more. Just makes me think, I wasted 4 years in school with what? $80,000 gone. And then when I met with my accountant, all they told me was in 15 to 25 years I'll fully pay off my wages or my college loans. That means by the time I have my first gray hair, then my loans will be done. That's depressing, isn't it? And still making minimum wage doing what I do? That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Like I said, we'll go into that in a future video. It's just fucked up. It's just not right. All of you out there doing Fight for 15, I want you to spread this video around and just show everyone what you're doing. Because I'm right there with you. I'm not sure there's much more to say about raising the wages. I just hope this video gets spread around enough to show everyone that we can have more money. And as a people, we can control ourselves and urges to spend on all these goods that we don't need. I just got my first smartphone for Christmas. I've been using a flip phone all my life. It worked. But now I got my smartphone because I need my email. And I need to get it anywhere I am. My friend has an iPhone 6 Plus. He spends $200 a month on this phone. That's crazy. Just for unlimited talk, text, unlimited data? Is that really needed? No, it's not. But, we gotta have the best of everything for some reason. I don't know why. I spend $45 a month on my phone. Unlimited talk, text, and 500 megs of data. But that's all I need. That's all I need. Purchase what you need, and you'll realize that raising minimum wage and raising prices isn't going to do anything. Because we as a people can control ourselves. It's all in the practice, and if you have the will to do it. Congress, you gotta do something about this. Stop being greedy. Stop making the CEOs of our companies take control of us. Because, I don't know if you remember the Revolutionary War, but the last time someone tried to take control of us and our money, didn't end well for them. That's not a threat, that's not a warning, that's a historical lesson. You can keep bullying us and pushing us in the corner, but one day we'll fight back. And that day's already come. Because there's millions of people in the country marching. And cities are already surrendering and doing the right thing by raising wages. And one day that's going to be the country. One day, that'll be all of us, and we can all be happy again. Our country has the highest ratio of CEO profit to subordinates in the world. Around the world, average is about like 1 to 75, meaning that if I made let's say I made $10,000 a year. I'm saying $10,000 a year because it's easier math. That means a CEO would probably make around $750,000. It's still a lot of money. Now, in America, if I made $10,000 a year, and my CEO would make 324 times that. That is $3.24 million. Maybe my math's a little off. But still, isn't that crazy? That's even 4 times more. No, 5 times more than somewhere else in the world. And Congress, you think that's regular? You think that's okay? That's not okay. It's not okay in the least. Things are going to change. And you're going to make it happen. You, everyone watching this video, everyone out there marching, everyone who sacrificed their jobs to march for freedom and march for more of our money. You are change. You guys are the real MVPs in this world now. With the courage to do that. I'm going to end this video just saying a few more things. You can stand up for what's right. And get out there and support your fellow man and help your neighbor when he needs help. I don't mean you personally as well. I just mean society. I mean Congress. You can stand up for what's right. Imagine if it was your own family member who was in poverty and all you had to do was just sign into a law that minimum wage would get increased and that could help your family out. Don't give me any of this shit that you could just give him millions of dollars. I don't want you to think like that. I want you to think on a humanitarian level. Think in the animal kingdom how we can help each other. And doing this can help us. Just think about that. Think if it was your own flesh and blood. Or you can sit down and take it in the ass. And just let all this crap happen to you while you do nothing about it and sit there complaining. I may be the only one here right now that has the balls to get on camera, to get on the internet, and say what needs to be said. I'm going to rant about a lot of topics, starting with this one. But I have the courage to say that. And you can hate me all you want, but deep down you know I'm right. Stand up for what's right, or sit down and do nothing. Karma will get you. Not in a murderous way, but just in a way you wish you actually stood up. Our fathers stood up for what's right. Our fathers stood up for all of us to be treated equally, even money-wise. If they woke up and saw what you guys were doing to us as workers, they'd hang you for treason. And they would smile while doing it. Change. Change things. Give us the help we need. That's all I gotta say for now. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and leave some comments. If you have an idea for a video, please leave it in the comments. Tag me in the comments so I can read it, or send my page, Rantmaster, email, or even just send it a instant message, and I'll read it. If I like the topic, I'll talk about it. The future of this series is going to depend on you guys. If I don't get a lot of views, I may not do these rants anymore. Make these videos go around the internet. Make sure everyone you know sees them. It's going to open people's eyes. Rantmaster signing off.